We are ready to get started with our weight training class this morning. If you are joining us on YouTube, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and ring that little bell so that you get notified whenever we have a new video pop up. Throw on some tunes and we'll get moving, starting with some nice gentle arm swings, just bringing a little motion through your body. If everything's feeling good, go ahead and lift your heels, turn a little further, maybe a little faster, maybe let your arms fly out a little more. Beautiful. Couple more here. And then going straight into our side bends. Nice and easy there. And then if everything's feeling good there, maybe try to reach a little further. Maybe lean a little more. Beautiful. Two more to each side. And then coming into our high knee march. Keep your arms moving. You can do crossbody, get a little ab action, or you can just swing your arms. Up to you. Nice job. Keep it going. You got this. Beautiful. Bringing everything back in, up overhead. Just butterflying those arms up. Coming back into those shoulder muscles. Getting everything moving. One more here. And then reaching down to the ground and all the way up. Bend those knees as much as you need to. Nice, looking good. Two more. And done. Come back to center. Take a nice deep breath and then grab whatever your heavier weight is. If you only have one set of weights, you can do what I'm going to do and just hold them together in front of you. We're going to do some nice wide sumo squats, so turning your feet out a little bit, sitting back, holding that weight right up in the center of your chest for some goblet squats. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Nice. Make sure you're breathing. Trying to sit that weight back in your heels. Maybe even lift your toes a little bit to help you rock the weight back. Now we're doing wide squats here, so you might ask, how wide should your feet be? I don't care. However wide works for you. The main thing here is you want to turn your feet out a little bit so they're on like a 45-degree angle. That changes what kind of muscles you're working in your legs. Helps you work more of your back body. Almost there, guys. And time. Beautiful. All right, up next, you might want to go for a little lighter weight here. We're going to do a thoracic rotation. Your thorax is your chest. So we're going to do, you really only need one for this. Reaching all the way down, bring it up, stand up in the middle, and then reach down and do it with the other arm. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Rotate up. Set it down, stand up. Keep that other hand down on the ground for support. Beautiful, you got it. Take your time on this one. You don't have to be in a rush. Almost there. And time. Nice job. All right, up next, we're gonna do a front raise into a tricep extension. Now we've done this one before. Sometimes we do it with our hands apart, but today I want you to do it with your hands together. So again, you can use one weight, you can use two weights, either way. You're gonna squeeze your hands together in front of you, holding your belly nice and tight. Bring the weight up overhead and then lower it down behind. Come back up and lower with control. Beautiful, you got it. Here we go. Nice, you guys look amazing. Keeping those elbows nice and tight in by your head. Keeping that belly squeezed in. Nice and steady, you're over halfway there already. I love the excellent form on this one. You guys look great. And time. Beautiful. All right, next thing we're gonna do, you will need two for this one, is an alternating hammer curl coming across your body. So you're gonna do one this way. When you get to the halfway point, add a little calf raise. And then you're gonna do the other side, add a little calf raise. 1 minute. Here we go. So holding it at that halfway point, do a calf raise. Nice. Looking good. Still keeping that belly sucked in nice and tight on this one. Keeping your core nice and stable. Still breathing though. That's always important. Ten seconds to go. Beautiful. All right, next up we have a bent over fly. Now you might want a lightweight for this one. You're gonna find that hip hinge with the nice flat back that we've talked about. You don't have to go all the way down. 45 is fine. And then you're just lifting them up and bringing them right back down. Keeping a nice soft bend in your elbows the whole time. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Focusing on those back muscles. And you want to keep your head, neck, and back in a straight line. So you're going to be looking down towards the floor. Halfway there. This is a tough one. You got it though. Keep breathing. You can do it. Almost there. Time. Whew, all right. Next up, you're gonna set one weight down. This is our last one. This is 6 exercises already. Can you believe it? We're gonna do a standing pass through. So you're gonna take one weight, lift a knee up, pass it through, and then hand it to the other one, and just passing it back and forth. 1 minute. Here we go. You can do this one with a dumbbell, with a kettlebell, probably not a barbell. That wouldn't work very well. But you have a lot of options here. You can even do it with just like a little squishy ball and do it just as a body weight exercise. Totally up to you. Beautiful. Lifting those knees up nice and high. You guys are amazing. 10 seconds to go. And time. Nice work. All right, that is 1 set done. Grab some water. 2 sets to go. All right, coming back in, grabbing your weights for those sumo squats. Remember to have your feet turned out. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Nice, holding that weight right in the center of your chest. And you can make this a little easier or a little harder, depending on how close to your body you hold that weight. So if you need to lighten up a little bit, bring it all the way against your body. If you want to make it a little harder, bring it a little further out. Keep your arms engaged, and it changes the weight of the exercise as well to balance. So try it different ways, see how you like it. Personally, I like to hold the weight about 3 inches away from my body. I find that's just perfect for me. 15 seconds to go. Almost there. Time. All right, coming into that thoracic rotation. So one weight right in the middle. Nice generous bend in your knees. And here we go. Reaching down, lift it up and over. Stand up. And then do it again on the other side. Beautiful. Now, one of the fine points of this exercise to help you really work the mobility angle is to try to draw your elbows straight up and then rotate. There you go. "20 seconds to go. And time. Beautiful. All right. Up next, we have the front row into the tricep extension. So grab the weight that's right for you. Keep that torso nice and steady. 1 minute. Here we go. Up and over, and then lower it down. Beautiful. Check in with your breathing here. Check in with the weight you're using as well. If you find that you can lift it, but your body's swaying all around to do so, probably a little too heavy. Whereas if you can lift it really easily and you're not straining at all, it's probably a little too light. Looking good, guys. And time. All right, up next we have that alternating hammer curl with the calf raise. 1 minute. Here we go. So bring it halfway up. Nice calf raise in there. And then go to the other side. Beautiful, nice and steady. Try to pause at the top of that calf raise just for a second. Beautiful. Like you're posing for somebody to take your picture. "15 seconds. And time. Excellent work. All right, now over to that bent over fly. Adjust your weights if needed. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. And I'm keeping a nice bend in my knees and in my elbows the whole time. Focusing just on squeezing those shoulder blades together and keeping a nice flat back. Nice, looking good. Halfway there already. Five more seconds, you got this. And time. Whew. All right. Next thing is that standing pass through. So put one of your weights down. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Passing it under the leg and then back the way it came. I like to get going. Keep it nice and steady. But be careful, because if you drop that weight on your toes, that is not going to feel good. Halfway done already. Almost there, you got it. Still breathing, still moving, and time. Whew, all right. Set that weight down. That is 2 sets done. Go grab some water. We have 1 more set to go. You may have to readjust your mat. If you're like me, you walk it sideways while you're doing that pass through. So make whatever adjustments you need to. And then come on back in for that sumo squat. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Beautiful, nice and steady. Keeping your chest up, looking straight ahead. Just popping your booty back like you're sitting down in a chair. Beautiful. "15 seconds to go." And time. Excellent work. All right, moving on to that thoracic rotation. So put one weight down right in front of you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. One hand stays on the floor for support. The other hand lifts the weight. Drawing that elbow straight up like you're pulling a bow. Beautiful, you got it. Almost there. And time. Nice job. All right, moving on to the front raise with the tricep extension. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Bringing those hands close in front of you. Lifting it up and lowering it down. Nice. Slow and steady. Letting the weight move at the same speed in both directions. Always keeping that soft bend in your elbows. Perfect. Looking good, almost there. 10 seconds to go. And time. All right. Up next, the hammer curl with the calf raise. 1 minute, here we go. Nice and steady, still breathing. And again, focus on raising and lowering the weight at the same speed. Don't let gravity take it. Make the muscles do the work. Looking good, guys. One trick to make this hammer curl work your muscles a little more is to hold your elbow out away from your body just a little. Beautiful. Do one more on each side like that. Nice. Perfect. Here we go. Time, and we're moving on to that bent over fly. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Again, letting the weight raise and lower at the same speed. squeezing the shoulders at the top, drawing the shoulder blades together in towards the spine. Nice and steady. You got it. Almost there. 10 seconds to go. And time. Whew, all right. Always a good workout on those bent over flies. All right, last thing we have, our standing pass through. So grab the weight that's right for you for this one. 1 minute. Here we go. Still trying to lift that knee up nice and high. It may not lift quite as high on the third round. That's okay. Just lift it as high as you can right now. Beautiful. You can speed this one up a little to get a little burst of cardio in, or you can slow it down and really focus on that crunch. Up to you and where you want to focus today. Either way, keep breathing, keep moving. You're almost done. 15 seconds to go. Remember, whichever path you choose, it doesn't matter. All movement is good movement as long as it doesn't hurt. And time. Whew, all right, set that weight down, grab some water. All we have left is our final stretch. All right, bring it back in, gang. We're gonna take a nice deep breath. Maybe another one. And then bring those arms up and overhead. Lean to one side. Come back to center, go to the other side. Back to center, and then fold forward. Leaning all the way down towards the floor. Nice bend in your knees. Letting everything hang. And then come up halfway and just slowly swing your arms in little circles, hanging loose in the socket, massaging out that shoulder joint a little, listening to the music of the clock chiming. Go the other way. And then with a super big bend in your knees, roll all the way up, nice and slow. Roll those shoulders up and then down and back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Last one. Beautiful. Take one arm, bring it across your body. And then maybe look to one direction, maybe to the other. Maybe slowly turn your head from side to side. Just feel any tight spots in your neck, anything that maybe needs a little extra attention. And take the time to give your body whatever it's asking for. One more breath here. And come back to center and release. Go to the other side. Again, maybe looking in one direction and then the other. And just kind of see where you are today. A lot of us hold tension in our neck that we don't even realize until we do a little work to smooth everything out and we're like, oh my goodness, where did that knot come from? One more breath here. Come back to center and release. Bring one arm up, pat yourself on the back. And then if that feels good, you can stay right there. You can also pull your elbow towards the wall behind you. You can even reach back behind you if you have the range for it and grab hands to pull down and stretch the tricep that way. But either way, you're going for a little tricep stretch here. One more breath. And then release, unwind, and go to the other side. Again, feel which one is right for you. It may be different on this side than on the other side. That's okay. Find whatever is a good stretch for you. Take one more breath here. And release. Next up, put one foot out in front. You guys know I love this one. Raising the toe up for a calf stretch. And then leaning gently forward until you feel a good stretch through the hamstring as well. Pausing there. And then if a little small twist rotational movement would work for you, would feel good, take the opposite hand and reach to the outside of that foot. One more breath here. And release. Come up nice and slow, but before you move your feet, push forward so that you feel a stretch through that back hip. So you're pushing it forward, stretching the front of the hip flexor. Nice. Coming back to center and then switching sides. Raise those toes. Find that little lean forward just until you feel a good stretch for you. Pausing there. And then if that little bit of rotation feels good for you, take that opposite hand, reach to the outside of that foot. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And then release, plant those toes, come up nice and slow, and then push that back hip forward. Sinking into it just a little bit. One more moment. And then release. Come back to center and you are all done. Thank you for coming out to play today. I will see you guys on Thursday.